Welcome to 8 Ball with Rob and L, and we've got a very exciting period of time at the moment. All the trailers are out now. All the movie trailers have come out in like the last, it seems like 5 minutes.
At least 5 minutes. Well, no, because 5 minutes we have. I will put out that we have just watched a few of them. The last one we just watched was Transformers: The Last Night. And
Boo!
felt a bit like an eternity, so not quite like 5 minutes. If I must admit.
Not the good eternity from He-Man, but the bad kind.
Life.
The bad one from the new world we live in with Trump and Brexit. Political. We've had Guardians of the Galaxy came out this week.
Yep, I must admit I am looking forward to that. I'm a DC fanboy. People who follow Facebook will know that I'm a DC. Shut up.
Boo, down with you.
There's some sort of...
What do you think of it then?
Okay, look, I'm liking it.
As someone that refuses to accept that Marvel make the better films based on empirical evidence.
No.
How did you feel about it?
Well, you see, I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I like the characters. I think, you see, Baby Groot is going to steal everyone's heart. Right? Baby Groot is going to be ripping everywhere. Just, everywhere.
But you can't blame that in the movie.
Well, I just
that's to do with merchandisers and toy companies and everything comes beyond it.
Yeah, but I think it's looking. I don't want it to turn into the Baby Groot show. Oh, look how cute he is, and it's all about Baby Groot, Deus Ex Machina, and he's just... I don't know.
That's not going to happen. Nah. I look great. I hopefully Gamora gets to be a badass in this movie rather than batting eyelids a lot, because she should be. Batista looks like he's got more of a chance to steal the show comedically.
I must admit, I love his whole comedic shtick in this. I think it's brilliant. I love the bit at the end of the trailer where he's doing the whole sort of like, I'm not going to do the impression. Watch the trailer, you'll see the end. Perfect. It's funny.
And we get Ego, the giant planet, which is cool. Big fan of that.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's what's happening.
As a DC fanboy, I have no idea what that is, because obviously...
Kurt Russell's going to be a giant planet. A giant planet.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So it's just gone down.
So I think that's going to be really good. And of course, we're edging closer on all the old Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
What are they called? They're called stones in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we had Rogue One out as well.
Well, Rogue One's coming out. We've had
the trailer came out.
Well, we had the Chinese trailer. There's been a number of featurettes. The second trailer, but the Chinese trailer came out.
There's been a trailer. I saw a trailer.
There were several trailers. But yeah, I mean that's what next week.
What? The movie comes out next week?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
So it's very exciting. I mean, I have my giant ESO Rebel top on because I'm getting into the spirit.
Because you're a rebel.
Because I'm a rebel. And I am just. I mean, I'm a big fan of taking it back to the original trilogy, getting that aesthetic, sprucing up a bit, but a new story there. I'm liking it.
The trailers look great. I think they look fantastic. I think it's going to be very exciting. As a general rule, I dislike prequels, and it's not a Star Wars prequel thing. I don't like prequels. I think they're regressive. I think they're redundant. I think they have a tendency to go towards nudge, nudge, wink, wink. That's how this character became like this. I hate that. I think it's lazy. I think it's not as progressive as it should be. That's across the board with all terms of prequels. And I am so sick of the Death Star, it is unreal. It is the Daleks of the franchise. Fucking pick a different villain, because we've had it twice in the originals. Force Awakens essentially had a new, different version of the Death Star, and now this one, although we didn't actually see much of it in the trailer, so maybe it's not going to be in there, but I'm just kind of sick of the Death Star dominating this franchise. I want something else to be the impetus for action and for adventure stories.
Yes, I'm kind of cool with it. I mean, because I'm a big fan of Star Wars, as I always have been, and I just like the fact that it's telling a nice little story of that was kind of off to the side.
We don't know yet.
Well, it might be rubbish, it might be, but it's telling it's the only character we've seen from the originals in the trailer is Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to have not a huge part into it.
That's a good way of doing it. Not having your major star dominate it. Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping this is kind of a last, because we never hear of any of these characters again, as far as we know in the universe.
They have said it's not going to be a sequel to Rogue One.
So I'm kind of hoping the end of it is just Darth Vader being an absolute badass and basically being
murdering everyone we've seen.
Yeah, the last half hour is just Darth Vader being Jason Voorhees and just randomly turning up and just like stab, and then sort of like next
That's
one.
a great movie. I would love that movie.
Yeah.
Not even the last half hour. The last hour, like. Do it Starship Troopers style. Give us 40 minutes building up these young, hopeful characters, and then have Vader just obliterate them in a grisly manner.
Well, it gives them a nice heroic end, because we know they make the mission, yeah? We know they've got to get the Death Star plans to the Rebels. So we know, in theory, how it ends. That they do it, they succeed.
Yeah, we know the end result, not necessarily how it ends.
But yeah, but that's where you've got to have this sort of
Like Titanic.
heroic last stand, where it's them against all odds. They've got to hold off Vader and his forces while they're sending the message or something, and he's just there, slicing their way through. And it's got Donnie Yen in it, and Donnie Yen versus Vader will be weird because Donnie Yen will flip the fuck out on him, and Vader was.
You've made. Well, I was against the movie on principle, but the trailer was. I'm pretty hyped after the trailer.
Yeah.
It looks great. Again, you can tell they're using models and creature works and stunts, which looks great, and that makes me want to watch it rather than kind of CGI, which is very off-putting, and it's in lots of films. So I'm kind of hyped about it, more so after you described a movie I'm not going to get to see, and I'm going to be crushed when that doesn't happen.
You're going to go watch it, and you're going to be like, it's going to happen, and then it doesn't, and
then me and you get a Darth Vader costume and film our own version.
Yeah, that's it entirely.
So what's going to be better when it arrives, Guardians or Rogue One?
I'm more hyped about Rogue One. I think Rogue One is going to be. I think I'm going to love Rogue One more, but that's because of my internal bias.
Right.
I mean, Guardians, I liked Guardians, but I don't think I'm going to watch Guardians 2 and be like, that was the best movie ever. I'll enjoy it, it'll be a popcorn, but I think I've got more chance of enjoying Rogue One further down the line, if that makes sense.
I have a feeling that, because Guardians might have been the best Marvel movie, or my favourite of the Marvel movies, maybe. Captain America is a big one. And Volume 2, you hope it gets to top that. You hope it gets to do more in the similar areas. The right key players are in place. They haven't lost the writers, haven't lost the director. And like I said, I'm against, in principle, the idea of prequels. So I went into Force Awakens not expecting to enjoy it particularly, and ended up loving it. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to. It's a flip of a coin, really.
I'm going to choose option 3 for the movie that's going to be best, and I'm going to choose Transformers:
The Last
Night.
Yeah.
Which, from the trailer, of course, is
Marky Mark becomes the Last Knight.
We're assuming
Travels through time.
Beats up Nazis.
Killing Nazis.
We're assuming he's killing Nazis.
Maybe Marky Mark joins the Nazis, and then Optimus Prime has to go back and chokeslam people and beat them.
And the Ed 209 robot. So
I'd love that film.
I think that's probably not the movie we're going to. Do you know what would be better? Is if we have Marky Mark and the Transformers, and the last half an hour is Darth Vader murdering
killing everyone. It's all of them. And then all the Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's pretty much how every movie for the next 3 years should end. The last half hour is just Darth Vader murdering everyone.
What other trailers are coming up soon?
Well,
anything? Nothing?
Well, there's going to be obviously different ones for Guardians of the Galaxy. There's obviously I'm a bit hyped for the DC ones. So we've seen the first Shut up. We've seen the first Wonder Woman movie trailer. There's Justice League trailers coming out, which I'm excited for. The Marvel Universe has 17 billion films coming out, which are all going to be amazing, I'm sure. Yeah, they're going to be great.
They are, yeah. When you have a cohesive, universe and a cohesive plan to move forward, and not reactionary nonsense, then yeah.
But I mean, even if we don't, these needs to be obviously we're focusing on, but trailers we've seen before. We got Kong, Skull Island, which looks great. You've got the Power Rangers movie, which has a very hot Rita Repulsa, which is a bit iffy.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the Zords yet, I don't think, in the trailer.
Not in the trailer. You've seen the picture of the Zords in the.
I saw the toys, but
stills releases, and you've seen the stills have released full body shots of the outfits. The outfits don't look like Power Rangers. They look. I don't know. They don't look Power Rangery, but.
What's the Luke Besson one?
I don't know.
Oh God, I forgot the name of it.
Who's in it? What happens?
That woman, Enchantress from.
Oh yeah. It looks like a kind of a.
It's Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. Yeah, Fifth Element.
I forgot the name of it.
That looks really good.
That's our research done right here.
Boom.
Watch that film. We don't know the name of it.
Just Google Luke Besson.
We didn't even see. That's the one that you got Luke Besson. Looks a bit like Fifth Element. It's got Enchantress from Suicide Squad in it. There you go.
Carla
That
Delevingne.
movie. Cara Delevingne.
She's terrible at everything.
I quite like her.
Ugh.
In a way.
Ugh.
Alright. So, well,
We're done.
movies.
You can go now.
I have them. I'm not going to end on that.
Go.